everyone, Steve Crosby here. Welcome to this edition of Monday Morning Musings. We are launching into a little devotional series on the Lord's Prayer, the so-called Lord's Prayer. Teach us to pray. Every rabbi had his own prayer style or prayer motif. Every rabbi had his own way of praying. And the way he prayed, or the way he taught his disciples to pray, was that the prayer was to be a summarization of the significant points of the rabbi's teaching. And that rabbi's prayer was to differentiate that rabbi's disciples from other rabbis and their disciples. Again, for us, we read that actually, Lord, teach us to pray, our Father who art in heaven. And it's been so Christianized and so reduced to commonality, able to be chanted mindlessly. We don't understand how significant a request that was. So right out of the gate, we need to understand that in the Lord's Prayer, there is a condensation, a compacting of what Jesus thought the key elements of his message was. And it's interesting that by asking that question, the disciples were saying, we want to associate with you. We want to be known as your followers. It was a labeling thing. It wasn't about their personal devotional life. You know, you want to be more intimate with Jesus. All our modern language of intimacy. Ooh, I want to be intimate with Jesus. My prayers are so intimate. No. When they asked that question to their rabbi, Rabbi Jesus, they were making a commitment statement. We want to commit to you as our rabbi. Every other rabbi teaches their disciples how to pray, and we know who they belong to. Master, give us our prayer so that we can identify with you. This plays significantly into the gospel narrative later when they all forsake him. It's all a part of the gospel story. So here on the front end of the story, it's just part of that, oh, we think you're great. We want to be associated with you. This is, you're the promised one. And all those Jewish expectations that were going to blow up in the end. So it's important for me to understand, in terms of the larger sweep of this story, it makes their abandonment of him at the end of the story so much more intense. It makes the Garden of Gethsemane more intense. These are the guys that said they wanted to be identified with him, so much so that they wanted their own prayer. So that's something to keep in mind. This is not some routine, chantable, Sunday school, repeat it mindlessly after me every Sunday prayer. No, this was a very significant moment in the life of the disciples and the relationship with Jesus. It would have identified, it would have associated them with Jesus as their rabbi. And I'll see you next time.